You see a lot of them in like children's cinema trees. You go to them,
my God.
and they got so many, and you can swipe. And because they're really small, you can get loads with one swing.
Club Tropicana drinks are free. Welcome back to the best podcast on the internet.
Greg currently looks like he's spent the weekend at Club Tropicana.
I did.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Little new setup here. We're trying something different because you guys can't tell when you watch at home, because I know when you watch it, it looks so impeccable and professional. But the way that we sit with Greg there, me there, and Matt over here, talking to each other is a pain in the arse because you're not facing each other. You're sort of looking sideways at everyone.
It's a neck stretch.
So this way we can all see each other a bit better. And if you're listening on iTunes and Spotify, please go check us out on iTunes and Spotify. If you're not watching right now on YouTube, you can't see any of that, and all that's fucking irrelevant. So sorry, but we are currently sat in a bit of a semicircle, and Greg's wearing a dress.
I am wearing a dress. You guys will find out why in a little bit.
There is a reason.
There's always a reason.
There's a reason Greg is dressed like driving Mr.
100 likes on this podcast right now, literally for what I'm just about to show Greg. So I did something maybe a week or maybe even a bit longer ago, and
We got a little surprise for you, boy.
We got a little video to show you.
Yeah, we
Is
do.
it good?
Oh, it's a good one, man. You're gonna love this.
I don't know if hang on, I just want to make sure that.
Well, you just show it to Greg, and we'll have it up on the. We'll put it up on the screen as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people will be able to hear it.
Oh, you can put the video over this.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Press play, Greg.
Any
Press
podcast
play.
Yes,
recommendations?
Threeskins.
Yeah, complete load of podcast. There's 6 episodes that you can catch up on. Matt DWMC, please tell my brother Greg to stop sniffing graves. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. I'm sure. Well, I'm positive it's weird. It's possibly illegal. I'm not sure what the legalities
illegal.
are around stuff like that with graves.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. You have got a point there. It's not illegal. It's just
not illegal.
very strange.
It's strange.
I'm sure it
if
is
you-
illegal.
So how
No,
do
it's
you
not.
feel that there is definitely no law
If
that
you-
says
if
you
you-
are not allowed to sniff a
Yeah,
grave?
if you get a bit of a grave, grind that up and sniff that, that's legal. 'Cause
Greg,
that's
Jay from
desecration.
Inbetweeners just said you were weird.
Jay from Inbetweeners hates you.
I don't give a shit because he was the worst character. His character was
Let's start some beef.
Yeah,
Shots.
his character boiled down to. Oh yeah, I've had sex. Well, I haven't.
Yeah, you know that's not actually him, right? That's the
I don't give a
character.
fuck. There's a bit of everyone in the characters they play. You know what I mean? It's like Kevin Spacey. He plays some weirdos.
Ah, fuck.
Look at him now. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
Right.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's pretty cool though.
We've
Yeah.
been holding on to that for
Yeah.
like a week, and we're
Yeah.
like, we can't show Greg.
I thought it was going to show me something even weirder than that. But
No, I've got
That's
something.
pretty cool,
I've got something funny in the works.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
I don't know about this.
it is hilarious.
Okay. Right, so
Oh man, it's gonna. Oh god. Okay, yeah.
I'd ask
right.
if we've been up to anything interesting, but nobody cares, and I know we haven't. So, should we just move on?
Do you know what's funny?
Shit, yeah, we haven't been up to
Oh,
anything interesting. I've just been cleaning the house all day like a proper woman.
Yeah. Oh god, don't do that. It's misogyny, Greg.
Oh shit.
Lewis. Lewis has come out on Ugandan television.
Yeah.
What? You are gay.
That is the funniest thing we've seen.
Oh, I've got a
in
little.
long
I've got a
time.
little bit of news that I forgot to mention in the last podcast. Oh fucking hell!
Who is gay?
It's so good.
It's
Go
so
on,
funny,
go on,
dude.
go on.
Yeah, no, I forgot to mention this in the last podcast. I just got my third or fourth acting gig. I did an audition, and I'm filming at the end of the month for a mockumentary. It's a bit like The Office, and a bit like People Just Do Nothing.
What's your character?
Is it like bad, like twins from the 80s that snort coke? No.
No, that was another certain film I did. Oh, fifth then. That was my fifth. This is
There
my
we go.
fifth job.
That better be going on your
Nerdenstein.
repertoire.
Go check out Nerdenstein.
I know we keep banging on about everything. I do have one donation, and I also want to mention that we have an Amazon link below. Because we don't have merch or Patreon or anything, but if you want to buy something for Amazon, it gives us a little bit of money to go towards making more videos.
Oh yeah, Amazon link. Amazon link.
Or Love Honey.
Or Love Honey.
No, it will be Amazon. we have one donation from this week. It's a familiar name as well. Been a fan since episode 1 of Threeskins, and hope this tip helps add to the podcast. Keep up the good works. This is a super podcast. Joseph, aka Undead Killjoys.
Oh, I love that dude.
Hero.
Go and
Absolute
check
hero.
him out on Instagram because
Yes.
he's always keeping up with us on Instagram and stuff. And I went on his page the other day, and like his last 6 photos are him watching the podcast, and I was like, "You're a don,
Madman.
You
Love
are
it.
a don."
I think one of my biggest phobias are the undead. Because it's like then
and you sniff.
Well, no, because then
Graves.
It becomes unsafe to sniff graves because you never know what's going to come out.
Yeah, but does that mean that you dig it up and the guy's just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever had any
Just opens the
mourners
coffin, like-
interrupt you in the middle of the process?
Yeah, obviously.
If you're new to this podcast and you don't know what the fuck we're talking about,
have you ever watched King of the Hill where he gets a bit of pocket sand, throws it at the guy and runs off?
Yeah.
I'd rather do that with my grave dust.
That's my granddad.
Right, so
This is your granddad.
Oh fucking hell! Greg doesn't mess with graves.
I do mess with.
Back to the reason why Greg is wearing a dress.
Yeah,
Now today actually is, when we're filming this, is Valentine's Day.
it is indeed.
I was scouring the internet. I was going to do this for a video with me and Greg, but it's a little bit weird. I mean, we're incestuous enough as it is.
Because this isn't weird right now.
This is definitely not weird.
I'm looking into Miss Marple's eyes right now.
You're going to want to get used to that.
Oh, ding
Right,
dong,
so
man.
36 questions.
That's a lot of questions.
It's supposed to be scientifically the recipe for falling in love.
Go make yourself a cuppa, sniff a grave real quick, get your fix, have a smoke break, because 36 questions is going to be a long one. So what is this? This is 36 questions that apparently will make me and Greg fall in love with each other.
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't make
Right.
much sense, but we'll give.
I already love Greg, so...
It's by a psychologist. I'm not going to say any of that crap.
If it's by a psychologist,
It's 36 questions, so...
We'll power through 'em.
Strap in.
Yeah.
we're strapping.
If it's funny enough to answer...
Do we answer one by one? Like he answers question 1, I answer
You've gotta
question
try-
2, or we both answer the same question?
Through this, you've got to try as... when each of you answers, you've got to look into the eyes of the other person.
Oh god, this is
fucking weird. But yeah, let's go.
Happy Valentine's. I didn't have a Valentine
Oh yeah, it's
this year.
Valentine's Day, isn't
I
it? When
didn't
we're
have a
filming this.
Valentine this year, or last year, or the year before. The year
Oh
before, the year before.
shit! I got to say a quick thank you. Speaking of Valentine's, sorry, before we get into this little quiz, I want to say a big thank you to my girlfriend Bethan, who you've seen in various things before. My computer that I used to edit busted the other day, like died. It just died, and I was really pissed off because it's got all my Threeskins stuff on it. And she kindly bought me a laptop to edit on. It's this new high speedy power laptop, so I can get cool stuff done. And she's basically saved the Threeskins. So thank you, Bethan. I know you're not watching, but I might make.
I'm
you
gonna
watch
bash that laptop.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I just had to give a little ad.
because you want Greg to keep
But
editing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I want
cheers,
Greg
babe.
to keep editing because then I can whip him if
does
he's not
whip
doing
me.
it.
He definitely does whip me.
Let's get into these
It's
questions
sexual
because
as
it
well.
is going to be a long one.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, okay, alright, let's get straight into it.
Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want to have as a dinner guest? One person, anyone in the world, and I'm going to say
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Hitler.
You'd have dead
What-
or alive.
what-
Mate. What
dead.
would you'd have,
Just have Hitler propped up
I'll have
dead.
his corpse.
you'd have
just
dead
like-
or alive, mate? Why would you want that guy, Pete Burns? What would you want him for? No.
Is Pete Burns
Right,
a
so
serial killer?
you're looking into my eyes right now.
Serial killer.
I don't know.
Pete Burns is a serial killer, everyone.
No, Pete Burns is the guy from Dead or
No,
Alive.
it's a
isn't
joke.
it? What?
Yeah. Greg,
Whatever,
Greg,
this is-
Greg thought he was a serial killer.
He
Right.
might have been. He looked like
Right.
one.
I'm thinking of something. There's definitely
Right, I need a. Is it a garrel?
gavel.
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 Yeah.
Every
Hola.
time I do that, that's on to the next
All right.
question. Okay.
Me and Greg have got.
Go.
So look in my eyes and say that you'd like to have dinner with Hitler.
Greg. Greg. Come on, you can't use again. One
No, we
person.
can keep that in.
One
We can
person.
bleep it. We'll
One
bleep it.
person.
We'll bleep
One
it.
person.
We'll bleep it. shit.
You can pick Hitler if you like. I mean, it would be interesting.
I don't know. I think he'd be a bit boring.
Language barrier.
Rasputin. You know, the guy who got like his balls cut off and drowned, and I want to know what.
He's invincible.
I want to ask what happened. Like, how bad was it? Was that bad? Do you want to do it again?
Do you want to have dinner with...
Why are you looking into my eyes?
Okay, do I have to look into your
Do you
eyes?
want to have dinner with people with significantly less testicles than you because you've got an extra one?
Well, yeah, I need
Hitler only had one. Rasputin had none.
I need to share.
Right. Are you looking for a testicle... a testicle donor
Yeah.
that wants...
Is it a donor? Because I'm the donor.
Yeah, you're the donor. You looking
so what
for...
are they? The donee or something?
Oh, this is... Do you know what, Greg? I'm falling in love. Right. So
Who do you want to spend? Fucking what? Morrissey or some shit?
No, that would be awful. That would be horrendous.
Meat is murder.
That would be horrendous.
Be
I love that man, but fuck. Right. Yeah, you'd have to have like corn or something.
Yeah.
Who would I like to have for dinner? Fuck, I don't know. Look deep into the Parker. Just off the top of my head, maybe Ricky Gervais. I reckon it'd be funny, and I'd like some insight into the podcast world.
Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, or Stephen Merchant. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to be famous? In what way?
Musician. Because like that's the dream.
You want to be a famous musician?
Yeah, I want to be famous, like cool, but like I'll be like deep and dark, and mysterious.
I mean, you are looking a bit Freddie Mercury right now.
Oh mate, I need the stash though. You always looking for Freddie.
Why
Mercury,
are you
though.
gay?
Mad. Is it? What's the?
I want to break free.
Yeah. Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah. Right. Your turn.
I don't really.
Oh, you want to be a famous actor, don't you?
Well, I don't even want to be a famous actor. I like acting, but I'm not really bothered about being famous. But I like people to not like me, but it's like I want people to be like, wow, that guy does what he loves. I don't want to be. It's not about being famous. It's like I want people to be like, at least that guy's doing what he enjoys.
No, you want to be famous. That'd be cool. Because fame. Yeah. Think about it. You're famous.
We've had a small slice of it.
Equals more Instagram followers. Equals you can just get paid to just wear a t-shirt.
But the thing is that we had a very small. We had a very very small glimmer of being kind of famous with Where's My Challenge, and there were bits of it that I loved, and there were bits of it that were really creepy that I hated that made me scared.
I know. Do you know what's very weird about this? Back in the day, why actors were paid so much was because it meant that their lives would never be the same again, because they'd always be followed and all this sort of stuff. You
forget that these people like the simple things that you take for advantage.
We got
going
paid,
to the shop.
In comparison to actors, we got paid nil for Where's My Challenge. In comparison, but we got the same amount of people.
It's like when we went to Fort Park, and you were just getting recognised everywhere, and it stopped us from like. Obviously, it wasn't that bad, but like you're moving between rides, and like a whole group of people like, doing my cannons. And then
like, where's my money for having to put up with this crap? Yeah, I'm joking. So the next one is, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I never do.
Because I'm the most awkward person in the world. Like, I am. Bethan laughs at me for it all the time. I just say that on phones, especially, I got like anxiety, and I just I say the dumbest shit.
Fuck a pussy.
Interesting story was when I was a delivery driver at one point, and when I used to go to deliver parcels and the people weren't in, I used to have to put my phone number on the slip, my own phone number, so that they could call me back, and I could say, where do you want me to leave it in a specific place? I can leave it around the back, over there. And this guy called me up once, and I was in the drive-thru at McDonald's, and Bethan was sat next to me, and I was just trying to be like, not put on a professional voice, but I was just trying to be helpful. And when you're being a bit enthusiastic, and I was like, yeah, I can definitely do that for you, mate. No worries, I can leave it there for you. And he was like, yeah, you can leave it there if you want. That would be good. And I went to say, I mixed up. I couldn't decide what I wanted to say in my head. I was either going to say, that's great. I was going to say, is that okay? And he was like, yeah, you can leave it there. And I went, is that great? Down the phone to this guy, and he was just like, yeah.
I bet.
And she laughs at me even to this day about that. Like the shit I say on the phone to people, I'm so awkward. Like I don't necessarily rehearse what I say, but
I used to
for
be.
me, it depends. Like, I never rehearse what I say, but if I'm phoning like something where I don't know the person, I'm usually just like, "Oh, hello," and I'm always like really polite.
put on
But
the
if
voice.
someone like calls me that I know, I'm like, "What the fuck you want?" Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just
We keep calling to a doc.
we'll keep calling.
No, I was so bad with phone anxiety. I know I'm not supposed to chime in. I used to be so bad with phone anxiety, and then I got a job as a telecommunicator.
We're revealing a lot about former work that we used to be. I had a thing like this. It wasn't phone calls, but I also used to, not full time, I just did it occasionally for a bit of cash when I was short of like fuel money and shit. I used to do takeaway deliveries for an Indian, and I am awful at maths. I am so bad at maths. I never paid attention to maths in school. I can't work simple shit out. You ask me to add something up or time something, I can't do it. It's like a blur in my head. I'm like dyslexic when it comes to maths. And because they always used to...
AKA an idiot.
Yeah, mate, it's so bad, man. I get super anxiety about maths.
Really?
Yeah, man, I hate it.
What's 1 + 1?
That's 2.
Dude, let's hook you.
no,
Can we
alright,
hook you up to a heart monitor and give you math questions?
Well, no, because it wouldn't bother me so much because it's
What's 6
YouTube,
times
but
7?
like... Fuck knows, I don't know. 124. I don't fucking know.
You're not
Right,
Matilda.
right. So because these people would used to have to give me cash, I would pick up the receipt from the Indian and I would take it to these houses, and I would have to sit outside the house for like 5 minutes working out different variations of change that they would give me with certain types of money, because I was so scared of like being at the door and somebody giving me a random amount of money and I couldn't figure out the change, and that like made me panic. So I was like, right, if this guy gives me a £20 note, I'll put that in that pocket. If he gives me a £10 note and a £5 note, it's that much change, I'll put that in that pocket. If he gives me a tenner and some coins, that's that much change, I'll put that in that pocket. And I used to go like, right, that's a 20 quid change, that's a 10 quid change, that's 15 quid change. Like, and I used to have to put it in different, because I'm
all wrong, man.
Dude, it used
Best
to...
way to do it as a delivery driver is you get the money and you go, thanks for the tip. And then you
Right.
Dude,
okay.
so bad.
Okie dokie,
next
smoky
question.
wokey. The next question is... what
Matt,
would
I'm
you-
not falling in love yet.
Oh, wow.
Just look at
That's
these.
right, you've only got 33 questions to go.
Fucking
fuck
hell.
so
So let's
speed this
try and
along.
keep this...
Let's
yeah.
try
Yeah.
speed through a few, yeah?
Right. What would you constitute as a perfect day for you?
Getting drunk.
Doing fuck all, really. Not having
Dude,
not having to worry about anything.
Yeah, getting drunk, playing like, with a band, getting drunk while you're playing with the band until you pass out, and then...
Listening to podcasts, relaxing, while the weather's nice, and I'm indoors, obviously. And I've sorted out bills, and I've sorted out this, and I've sorted out that, and I have nothing to do, and it's just like...
And a day with no pollen in it. Like, in the, no pollen. I hate pollen days.
I thought you said porn at first, but
Oh no, you gotta have a bit of pollen on a good day.
a day with no pollen.
Yeah, fucking
in a
pollen.
big rubber
fucked me
zorb
up.
ball.
The next one is, when did you last sing to yourself?
Probably about 2 minutes before the start, because I'm always singing.
Yeah,
Probably in the car as I drove there.
I was singing in the I was in the kitchen.
What songs?
I was singing in the kitchen. I was singing "Lonely Richard" by Amen Dunes. It's like an indie song. You wouldn't know.
I picked up Bevan from work earlier, and on the way back, I was singing "Last Night" by the Strokes.
Last night.
She said, "Oh, baby, don't feel so down." That one.
Right, if you
You
were...
know that song?
I don't listen to the Strokes. I listen to.
We were
Neither do
listening
I,
to we were listening to
Rip-
that exact song like
I,
last
Because
night.
I feel left
I
out.
don't remember listening to that. last night.
So I
She
turn
said-
around.
No.
Oh,
Maybe you
baby,
guys are just
I
not
can't
good at, like,
no
singing it.
more. With
know
lips
that
for
song, you're an
sure.
idiot.
I like the one that goes
Reptilia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a really
We gotta speed through these questions.
Okay,
Fuck.
if you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the body or the mind of a 30-year-old for at least 60 years of your life, which would you prefer?
Neither. Neither.
Mind.
You prefer the
Neither.
mind.
Because
So
the thing is,
you prefer death.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
next-
would both
next
be useless,
question.
because if you had the body of a 30-year-old but you were riddled with Alzheimer's, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
if
but-
you had the mind
but
of a
if-
30-year-old
but
and the body of a
when they
90-year-old,
say you have a mind, you don't have Alzheimer's. You just got crippling arthritis.
yeah,
and
so you'd just be sat there going, "I wish I could
Well,
skydive,"
Steve-
while you're like,
Stephen Hawking lived like that for like 50 years, man. It can't be that bad. I'll just get in my wheelchair. I'll get my great grandson to push me about.
yeah, but
Great.
Stephen Hawking didn't live like a 90-year-old. He lived like a fucking
Pimp.
remote control car.
Well, I'll get the remote control.
He lived like a pimp, man.
He did fuck a lot of bitches.
I do like Stephen
Pimp
Hawking.
rolling. Guys, so...
Theory of Everything is one of my favourite films. Very good.
Do you have a secret hunch about how you're going to die?
Cancer.
Yeah, cancer.
I'm always convinced that I'm going.
Okay, next
I'm always convinced I'm going to get cancer.
Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
What? Me and Greg? That's the partner.
Yeah,
Am I so? Because I have nothing in common with Greg.
We got this podcast in common.
The podcast we got in common.
Smiths.
Yeah, you're into a lot of the same music as me.
Yeah, Gary Newman.
Yeah.
Music. Some podcasts.
I'm starting to flutter, Greg.
Oh.
Okay, you ruined it.
I was going to spike you both with Viagra before
I got another thing is that we both find me attractive. So. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a nervous laugh if I've ever heard one.
For what in your life do you feel most grateful for?
Fuck.
Living in a society that alcohol is readily available.
Greg loves his booze.
I don't know if it's what I'm most grateful for, but a thing I think about a lot is having a supportive family.
Yeah, I guess I've got...
Because my parents have never really understood what I do. Like, when I first started doing YouTube, they were like, I don't get this. And then, like, the money started coming in, and that confused me.
The thing is,
But even when I was at school, my parents never pressured me to do anything. It was like, you do what you want. If you fuck something up, you suffer the consequences. You don't revise for your GCSEs, that's your fault. I've been given my own sort of path to go, and I'm very grateful for that.
I borrowed this from my mother.
Yeah.
She does not mind. That's how supportive.
Does she not mind, or does she not know?
If you
No, she knows, but she doesn't mind.
Sorry,
I've talked to her about it. I'm like, I need to borrow one of your dresses, and she's always like, all right, which one do you need?
If you could change,
it's never like, why would you need that?
If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
I would like to have been taught music earlier.
I'd have made my parents richer.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would have been
a lot richer. No, if I could change anything,
richer and willing to give it to you.
I can't be bothered with this next one, so we're
skip some of the shit ones.
If you could wake up tomorrow,
we might not fall in love if we don't get them all though.
Okay, do you want to?
Is it bad?
Well, it's going to take 8 minutes.
No, I'm alright. Fuck that.
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Like super abilities allowed?
Anything.
Flight.
Okay.
Like Peter Pan, you know, like in Hook. Where he's like,
I think we should do more like actual abilities. Like I thought you would say like you could play any instrument in the world.
I already can. So.
Oh right.
Well, no, I can't play flute. It's impossible.
Greg, you're turning me on here. I can't play the flute.
You can't even get a song right first time for Goonie Tunes.
It's true. I fuck up whenever I play songs. Like, even in front of the camera. It's so irritating.
Yeah, I don't know what ability I'd like.
So if we're thinking like realistic abilities,
yeah.
Then, fuck.
I'd like.
That's a difficult one, man.
I don't know. I'd like to be able to grow muscles really quickly so people stop commenting on my spindly arms. Yeah. Just hit the gym once and it's like, pow! Like, yeah.
I don't know. I'd say maybe like...
flight.
Flight?
Just flight, because mine was bullshit. Flight.
Normal testicles?
To build I can go get surgery for that. Just can't be bothered yet.
A dick that's not 3 inches?
Yeah, because I don't mind my teen
it works.
Dick. It works. But I will say that probably would be instrument. I would like to be able to play the saxophone.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool. Bleeding Gums Gurgi.
I was thinking about buying a saxophone, but like 380 quid, like 380 quid for something that you don't know you're actually going to be able to learn and have the time for. I just can't be bothered.
Right, what's the next question?
Imagine all the dried spit in a second-hand one.
Oh, that's good though.
Suck that up.
Scrape it up. Oh, that's a video idea.
Funny story. When I was a kid, my nan had a thing about charity shops. I think it's probably a common thing. She was always buying me shit from charity shops. And I remember I went in once, and I was really young, and obviously like I've been doing music in like primary school and stuff. She's like, "Oh, you enjoying anything at school?" I was like, "Yeah, we're doing music at the moment. It's really good." And she bought me a recorder. from a charity shop, and I played that thing for fucking ages, like not properly, and it's just like, yeah,
Bet she
this is
regretted that.
second hand. Like, that's one thing I regret about the way I was brought up. My nan and charity shop.
What, sucking on the end of an old recorder?
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, so if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I'll just ask health questions. When am I going to get cancer?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
No, because then when you know, you can get it like found out like straight away.
I wouldn't want to know anything because it would make me overthink, and I'd just be like obsessing over it. Like you could go straight and go, when am I going to die? And they could be like, 3 years, and you'd be like, okay. And then every single minute of every day for the next 3 years, you'd be going, 265 days to go.
I'd go home and kill myself. So then I'm like, you're wrong.
I'd
beat him to it. Yeah. No.
No. I'd want them to tell me next week's lottery numbers.
Good
good.
pop.
Yeah, that's a good
Get
one.
the old almanac or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nobody knows how to start this car
but
but
they
me.
do say, don't they, that the first person to be 150 years old has already been born.
They've been saying that since like the fucking
What?
19th century.
No. Yeah, but now
They're
it's...
always saying this shit. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't-
health... We're so good at, like...
I don't know.
We got rid of
'Cause
AIDS.
Not
rid of it.
Unless
but-
we can find a way to prevent aging, it's just not.
Dude,
gonna
all
happen.
these people that like come forward, like the oldest people in the world, they're always like from this tiny village in the middle of nowhere. I bet you there's people living in like caves, little hermits that are like 100 and
Dude,
fucking
I can
like
just
25.
imagine them being like, haha, I got a little meme for you guys. I'm gonna go to Guinness World Records and say I'm 120. Yeah.
But then you'd be lying.
Why did...
The whole Guinness World Records thing is a sham anyway. It's,
Bullshit, innit? It's
Yeah,
a
well,
nice thing to get for Christmas
You
when
can
you're a
break the
kid,
world
but-
record. They don't care because they need their observer there. They don't give a shit about.
They
it.
need the observer. They need... It's
And they
also
don't-
what sells better.
Yeah,
like-
and they don't allow certain records to be done because it's dangerous. Who gives a shit? It's about getting the world record.
Yeah, it's like, why did they get rid of, like, fattening animals?
I remember
that was my favourite.
I remember one time as a kid, me and a mate tried to break a world record. It was the most frisbee chucks back and forth, and I think the record was something like 15,000 or something. And we stood in the garden for hours. I think we probably got up to about like 26. It's just fucking pointless. Look deep into the Parker. Look deep into the Parker, because you're gonna.
I held a world record on record setter once for eating a lemon the quickest. Is there with the skin on? Is there something you've dreamed of doing for a long time,
Acting.
and why haven't you done it?
I've started now. I've always wanted to be an actor. Always.
You're good at acting, and where's my challenge?
Yeah, it was all fake. I'm actually tough. I'm actually tough as fuck.
And his name's Fred.
Fred,
You'll find him on Star now, whatever it is.
Fred Durst.
Nah, because like all my I don't really have realistic dreams. You know.
No, I know. Should we go
Being a
over
famous
that?
musician. You've been into music since you were
It's not a
younger.
dream. It'd be cool if it happened.
You're
but
telling me you
it's not
don't sit down and think about playing music in front of a crowd and stuff.
Sometimes, yeah.
There you go.
All right, yeah, I guess that counts.
What do you value most in a friendship?
A sense of humour.
Yeah, laughter. Like, it has to, because like.
If I can't joke around you,
Yeah.
you fuck off.
I can't imagine having a friend that you're like there messing about. No, I can't imagine having a friend and you show them that Ugandan how you get there, and they look at it and they're like, "That's not funny." I'd get pissed off because it's like I'd look at them and I'd be like, "Are you gay?"
There's so many times where I've met people for the first time and like I say something ridiculous because when I panic I say horrible shit to try and make people laugh, and there's so many times where I've said something fucked and someone's gone and I've been like I can't keep talking to you now because that's it, nail in the coffin, bang, you're not gonna get
Because then you just hoon in with you're boring as fuck, mate.
But I can't say that to someone, so I just got to you've got to have a sense of humour. I've got to be able to say fucking anything to you.
Yeah,
And,
they got-
and back. Like
Yeah,
us
they
three.
got to be like easygoing about it.
Yeah.
Like if you,
Yeah.
you got to have a friend that you can say the most horrible thing in front of, but they know you're not being serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is your most treasured memory?
Oh shit, that's a difficult one.
That is a
man.
fucking difficult question.
That's a treasured memory.
Shit. Oh god, I'm gonna have to think really far back here.
Treasured memory for me is when I found that pirate gold coin on the beach. Treasured. Oh, fucking.
Shit.
This is a difficult one because I have a lot of memories.
Whoever did that, can they edit in some fucking crickets?
I don't know. Too many. I don't think I can ever answer that question. So many.
This is I've talked about this on podcasts before, and I wouldn't say it's like my most treasured memory, but it's definitely one that just comes to mind.
This is gonna be
And
so
it was
stupid,
just
isn't it?
it's just when I first got high.
What?
It's when I first got high. It's such a.
I thought you said when I first got an eye.
It's such a stupid thing to treasure, but it was so comical, and that's why I think it's so treasured because Matt was there. It was just the most stupid, ridiculous. Like I was there smoking like bong after bong.
I wish we had an
bong after
animator
bong.
who could animate
And
some
I
of our
literally,
stories.
and I have this treasured memory of just
Sorry.
going through this shop, like baked down my head with like, and I'm just like, and everything just feels like a cartoon. And I'm just there, like, picking up food. It's just funny.
If you want to watch a podcast about us talking about drugs and drinking and getting high and stuff and whatnot, I can't remember what fucking podcast it is, but it's there
But it's
somewhere.
back there somewhere.
Go and have a scroll.
If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living and why?
Yeah, I would be crazy. I'll go off the rails. I know I would. I knew if I had a year to
Greg,
live,
I'm going to kill you in
I would
a year.
I would go off the rails. I would
now.
do things like just travel the world without telling anyone.
I
would
think
just go disappear. I'd just
Quite
go
literally
through
off the rails.
I'd go
I
off the
think
rails.
for
I'd go-
364 days I would stay in my room and just be miserable and not move, and then on the very last day I'd go on like some sort of rampage. I'd start a bar fight. I'd get incredibly drunk.
That is
I'd
pure Morrissey, man.
fucking
Dude,
stab someone up.
You are Morrissey.
You are Morrissey.
What?
You are Morrissey.
You're just always mopey. You're always like, ooh.
Dude, if
I
I'm
hate
such
my
a
life.
warrior, no, I don't hate my life. But if someone told me I was gonna die in a year, like I would just.
You got to do
There's
everything.
no,
You do everything.
yeah, but there's no
Crazy,
way I
you're
could go
crazy.
somewhere and be excited about something because I'd be having fun in the moment. I'd be like, this is great, and then it'd be like, you're gonna die soon, and it would just be like.
I think it'd be fun.
But
I would try-
I could die in a year. But if I didn't know about it, fuck it, fine.
True.
But not sitting on the fact knowing that I'm counting down the days until I die, and there's only 300.
It
of
was
them,
pretty morbid.
Would
I guess.
fucking just.
It's no. I know. I was. Oh, this is a fucking stupid answer. I would try and do as much as I could for charity.
Next.
Why are you gay?
What does
Nah, that's
friendship
good.
mean to you? What does it mean to you?
Isn't it the same as the?
No, but what does it mean?
It just means someone you can hang out with and have fun. Like you don't always have friends that you completely trust. I don't think it's always trust. It's like you've had friends where like they're fun to be around, but you wouldn't like trust them with like a kid or something like that. You know what I mean?
I'd
You know, like that. I think that's for to me a friend is just someone you can have fun with.
no.
Doesn't necessarily mean anything else.
Friend is like someone you could be yourself around.
Yeah, that's the same thing, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I don't know why I'm answering these. Get your eyes interlocked, guys. Come on.
What does
Next
friendship mean to
question.
you? 'Cause that's
Also
bad.
look at each other's eyes and think about each other's genitalia. that's one.
I've seen his genitals.
That's one part of it. That's one part of it. Go think.
You've
Come on.
seen my cock and balls.
You've got 30 seconds to just think of each other's testicles and dick, but while staring into each other's eyes. This is scientifically. This bit isn't real.
It stinks. It
does.
stinks, Greg.
I haven't watched it. In a few
Fucking
months.
wash that thing, man.
I'm not watching it.
Fucking helmet's glued together. Just
Can't even pull my foreskin back. It's so glued.
hard.
I have a short foreskin.
How many
if
more
that helps
questions
you-
have
if
we
that
got?
helps you know.
You've got about 15 left.
Let's just let's power through them. Speed
It's
run.
quite-
Just
it's
look
quite-
at me
it's
and
quite
just
a short
no
foreskin.
explanations. Just
Quite
answers.
Quite a short foreskin.
Okay. What
Like
roles?
the tip doesn't get covered.
Shut up.
I'm just trying to help you. Imagine my dick.
It's like a turtleneck.
Yeah, it's like a turtleneck.
The
Yeah.
best time to
like
wear
a
a
turtleneck.
striped
So the guy's head's coming out. He's got the little.
The one-eyed.
Say 3 things about yourself. No. Say Say 3 things nice about Lewis, and Lewis, you have to say 3 things nice about Greg, and you have to mean them. It can't be a joke. You have to mean them.
Right,
because I'm getting you guys to suck each other's dick at the end of this.
All right, I'll go first. You're very monotone and hard to read, but you are genuinely nice. You are a nice person. You say you're an asshole.
He's boiling.
No, but like whenever I come around, you always ask me how I am, how I'm doing. You're always interested in what I've been up to. You're always offer. You're always offer. Like you ask me to take you to the shops or something. You always offer me like lift money and shit, and I'm like, you don't have to fucking do that. It's 2 minutes down the road. So I think deep down in there somewhere you do care, and that's nice.
That's an insult to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's my turn now because like we're doing.
Do you want to alternate?
Yeah, and then,
Go,
okay.
go,
So
go
my
on.
one is your dick is not as small as I would have imagined. Before I saw it. I just said. I've looked at your dick like constantly when I'm having because Matt doesn't blur it out. It's always me.
Yeah.
So it's not as small
Greg
as
gets
you would
blurring,
imagine.
yeah.
There's
dude,
not a
it's-
lot of girth to my dick, but it's long.
Yeah.
Because when like I used to be on Where's My Challenge and people would say like, I bet he's got a tiny cock. It's like the blood's got to go somewhere. Look at the size of me. There's a reason that I'm so skinny. It's because it's all down there.
His dick
baby.
genuinely looks like the inside of a bell, like the bell end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on about?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Like
like an eel. Like it's just thin and then like bang. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you know.
Thanks for that, Greg.
Well, no, I was trying to think of shit.
It's a nice one. Go on then and go.
Flattered.
It's hard, isn't it?
No. I like your passion for music. It entertains me. That you're always thinking of tunes to play, and you're always every time I come around and see you, you're always listening to something bizarre or something meaningful. I can hear birds singing in the back
Yeah,
of
I
this,
can hear birds.
which is kind of like
It's okay. Carry on.
it's cute for what we're talking about. Love is in the air. Yeah, I like your passions. I like the fact that you do shit you want to do, and the fact that you taught yourself to play those instruments. I think is really cool because I know I could never do anything like that. Bethan tried to teach me how to play the piano once, and fuck me, I may as well just slam my head into it.
I like how you can put up with the shit you get because you get a lot of shit. Like
Yeah.
I get like, oh, your teeth are yellow. You get like, you're a worthless rat.
Yeah.
And I hope someone stomps on your existence.
No one's quite said
just
that.
you.
But that's something that you've said.
all that. Where's my challenge?
I haven't-
for
I
you
haven't-
Was
I haven't
Greg on
read that
multiple
one,
counts.
but thanks, Greg.
There are a lot of bad ones. It's like, you go through some of the DWMC comments. I'm just like, I don't know how you put up with that for like
Yeah, dude.
3-4 years.
It just got boring after
Thick skin.
a while. Like
Yeah.
it just became my thing. I used to like to compare it to like Danger Aaron on like Jackass. Like I'm fine with you not liking me. If you don't like me as a person, that's fair enough. But when people said that I added no worth to the channel, it was like the most viewed video was me. I'd done loads of stuff. Like I had paintball shots to the body. I ate some of the hottest shit in the world, all fucking blended up together. I did loads of dumb stuff, but it was just because people didn't like me. They were like, he adds nothing! And that's what used to get to me, because it was like, what do I have to do for you to like actually...
No, but now that you're gone, people are like, why did Lewis leave? And I realise
Exactly.
why Lewis was there now. 'Cause
Exactly.
He's
If
the
you
layman.
That
look
was
at
the
like, if you
point.
look at like
Yeah.
the pictures of all the people that send hate comments, there's always bigger dudes with beards.
Oh, dude, the amount of people
So
that
it's
told me that
always
they
really
wanted to
visible.
kill me, and on their profile it was like them with a gun and a camo outfit that they'd bought themselves in front of a Confederate flag and a pickup truck. It was just like, fuck off, you fucking redneck cunt.
Hey. There's definitely a redneck.
Come over England and I'll shoot you with a BB gun.
Right.
Stab you, mate.
Yeah, I'll
Chunk you.
stab you up.
We've got another battery on charge.
Okay, that's cool. Right. What's the next one?
How do you feel about the relationship with your mother?
Woo!
Good. I think my relationship with my mum's always been really good.
My mum's my best
She's
mate.
chill as fuck.
Yeah, my mum's one of my best friends.
Your mum's
literally-
chill.
My
fuck
mum
as
and your
well.
mum are, I think, are very similar.
Yeah.
They-
The
maybe they should
the
meet.
fact that I'm wearing her clothes and she wouldn't give a shit.
I reckon my mum and your mum would like each other. My mum doesn't give a fuck about anything. Funny thing about my mum, actually, I was trying to like, you know when you're trying to,
Sniff her panties.
yeah, you know when you're trying to figure out why you're so fucked up,
How
and why
much?
you are the way you are, and you're like,
I got some pictures
why
of
am
your
I
mum taking a
a bath, real cheap. What?
Want to buy them?
Yeah, no, like my mum's very. She's very out there, like she doesn't give a fuck. She'll tell people how it is, and if she thinks you're a dickhead, she'll tell you. But like, delving into her past is something I've never really wanted to do, but like sometimes you just hear snippets, you're like, what the fuck? My mum used to work in a hospital, and she used to have to like wash the old people like in sponge baths and shit, and like she'd be looking at them like, oh yeah, and the next day they'd be dead, and then she'd have to wash the dead bodies. And she used to have to clean the dead bodies and shit, and she never gave a fuck. And this is when she was like in her 20s. I was like, I couldn't imagine doing something like that. And then like, what'd you say?
How do I get that job?
Oh yeah, fuck. But then like, you know when you sit down and you start thinking like, I come from an ordinary family. Why am I so fucked up? Why does the weird shit make me laugh? And I'm pretty sure it's my mum. I'm pretty sure my mum's genes fucked me up, because that woman is fucking bizarre.
What fucked us up.
She told me a story one time. She went in to clean a dead body, and it was a thing I didn't know about at the time, but I know about now. You know, like they call it the last breath. You keep oxygen trapped in your lungs, and then like quite a while after you're dead, you just breathe out really heavily. And she said she was in like the morgue bit where they were keeping the bodies, and she was cleaning them up and stuff. I'm making my mum sound like such a fucking freak.
She sounds like my kind of woman.
You thought you were supposed to be falling in love with me or my mum?
She gets them in the morgue, I get them in the grave.
Yeah, she prepares them for you. Fucking hell, this is so...
Morgs is a YouTuber.
Yeah, no, she... Fuck Morgs. I'd rather hang out with dead bodies than that little cunt. Yeah, and she said...
Morgsy.
Did you say Morgsy?
Morgacy.
He's pretty much, isn't it?
Go on, sorry.
You know, and one of the bodies let out the last breath, and like she said it scared the shit out of her.
The shit wasn't a guff.
It might have farted.
The last.
But yeah, no,
fluff.
I'm pretty tight with my mum. My mum's never told me I can't do something, and even when I've like as like a 17-year-old to come home and say like, yeah, my job is I'm doing YouTube, and for her to just be like, okay.
Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share ... Look into the eyes.
This is kind of hard though, because I've got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not
so have you.
Not in this situation. You don't. You're both single.
I wish.
This is from the perspective imagining Bethan doesn't exist at all. What would I like? I'd like somebody that I could share, humor and similar interests with. That's about it.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, that is what you would look for in a
relationship. To be with somebody that I couldn't make the jokes that I make with, and to be somebody where I'd be like, I really want to go here, and then be like, I'm not interested.
Yeah, you want someone that you can just do the shit that you usually do.
I've always been a very lazy person. I've never really given a shit about going anywhere and seeing stuff and doing things. And then when I got with Bethan, and because she's like, I can't be in the house for more than 10 minutes, and that used to like when we first got together, it was like, fuck this. I just want to fucking sit down and relax. But we've gone to so many places together, done so much stuff, experienced so much shit, and I'm so fucking grateful. And like the more that we do that, the more I'm like, I need to go and see this, and I want to travel here, and I want to do this, and I want to drive to fucking here and that. Like, so yeah, someone to share like adventures with, and someone that you can have a laugh with. And Bethan's humor's fucking dark, so like,
not that dark though.
What do you mean?
Not like black. Well, like black comedy. No, not like black people. Jeez.
No, it's just like when we were down that place and there was that dog in a wheelchair.
Oh no!
Yeah, she wasn't happy about that.
Oh no! I think deep down she found it funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, no. Jesus. When we went fun.
No. Right.
We can't delve into the dog in the wheelchair.
If you
fucking forgot about that.
His legs were shrunk,
and we had to walk. We had to walk past and go. We had to walk past and go. Oh! And then I could just see him biting his lip.
It looked like little chicken wings.
Right. If you were to become close friends with each other, please share what would be important for him or her to know about you.
I smashed graves.
I already know that. I don't know. I don't think there's anything about me that God doesn't know.
Yeah, I was about to say we know each other well enough to not have to warn each other about anything.
Fuck. Next.
What is your most embarrassing moments in your life? I think you both know each other's that anyway. Like,
didn't we talk about this? Didn't we do this as a topic?
I think so.
I think we might have, but I can't remember.
I shit myself at the fair. I fucking know.
I don't really have any. I never really got embarrassed by much. it was always like petty shit. You know, like
Chicken wings.
the chicken wings.
Oh,
It's true though. I'm just pointing out facts.
When did you last cry in front of another person or by yourself?
You know, I honestly can't remember.
I know when
By
that
myself,
was.
I know when I last cried.
I'm not gonna go into it because it's too depressing.
So yeah, I haven't cried in front of someone in like maybe a year or two.
I missed 2 days on my antidepressants, and just had a fucking breakdown.
It does, yeah. You
Really
gotta-
fucked me up. I didn't do it on purpose.
You
I
make
just
sure you take them.
it was around Christmas time, and like I was just so busy, and then like I started getting like really fucking angry and upset, and everyone's like, "Have you missed your pills?" And I was like, "No, I haven't. I just fucking hate you and everything." And like, yeah,
Oh, he's starting off
like,
again.
Have you taken
No,
pills?
I'm
Did you?
I took them this morning. Fuck you.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you don't.
A
miss
year
them, 'cause
ago?
it does mess with your mood. Huh?
Year ago?
I know what I remember when I last cried, because I cried at movies and shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I do.
I would never expect you to be that sort of
I
person.
tear up the films.
Is it
I-
American
Really?
American
Yeah.
Beauty?
Oh, I don't.
I mean, not so much anymore.
No, it's even more now. Nah, like
fuck.
yeah, like things like I was watching Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. There's that bit where he says,
I well up at the end when he's crowned
you
king.
bow to no one. Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
wells you me up.
I get like
He's
get
even
tears.
crying.
no,
Oh,
I don't cry, but
You
I
bow
get
to no
goosebumps. The hairs
Yeah.
stand up, and he's
That
like,
is fantastic. and they
"You
all
bow
just,
to no one."
they all
And
just
it's like
start dropping.
And it's not because I don't cry at films
hits
because
me
they're
in the
sad.
chest.
I just cry because it's like a
the feeling is
there's all that emotion, and because I'm
I get sad as well when Frodo leaves
because
at the end.
I have such this emotionless facade. It just I bottle it all up until I
You
watch
pull
a film,
Weller
and then
when you're not in front of.
shoot out the tears.
This one might be interesting. I think you're both going to say no. What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about?
Like it depends on context. Like whenever people are like, oh, you can't say that. It's like there are situations where you can't say something. Like okay, imagine you have a friend and the kid's just died and you got to him and go, "Hi, kid's dead." That shit like that. That's when it's not right because it's context. But joking about dead kids is okay
No, I think the thing is,
as long as it's
I
context.
think
It's
the
all
thing
context.
is you can joke about anything.
Yeah.
You can joke about anything, but there are some things that you can joke about, but just aren't funny, like that. Do you know what I mean? If you were in a situation where somebody's that you know's child has passed away or something, and you were to go, "Ha, your kid's dead," it would just be like, that's not even
Yeah,
funny.
it's not a joke, though,
Yeah.
is it?
It's not funny. It's not
No,
funny.
but, okay,
Like,
well, okay.
a
Imagine
joke
you have
with-
a friend that's kids just died,
That's just
and then you
fuck.
make a dead kid joke to him using his kid's name.
it's just not funny.
Yeah, but it's a joke. It's still
Yeah,
a joke.
no, that's what I'm saying.
It's a
You
joke.
can joke about it, but it's not funny.
No, but I don't think you should. Like if someone, like for example, if I had a
And
kid,
when I say you can
and
joke
someone
about it,
said
I
that,
don't mean it's all right.
I'm
I mean
not
like
the
you
shit.
have the ability to joke about
I
it.
get violent, but I'll probably shank him up. You know what I mean?
Shank him.
Well, you know, I haven't got much physical strength, so I've got to use weapons.
It's a tough subject that I like to believe that you can joke about anything, because if there's ever a moment where I go, is that too far? It sort of goes against all my principles, because I'm like, the amount of things I've joked about that affect other people.
Well, according to Matt, there are things that we can't joke about.
But the point of a joke is that it's...
I think you can joke about anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
point.
cut
That's the
things
point.
out because
The
of
point
you.
of a joke is that it's a joke. I don't
Yeah.
mean it. Like,
Yeah.
I think Ricky Gervais summed it up perfectly. Like when he was talking about paedophile jokes. What?
Oh,
I do like Ricky Gervais.
Oh,
I share. I share a lot of.
Go on.
thoughts with him. Like when he said like, he told a paedophile joke. I think on one of his tours, and he was like, "Now you see, that's a joke." He said, "I wouldn't pull a nonce alongside and go, look, you'll love this one, mate." Like it's not. It's a fucking joke. I don't mean it.
The thing is, right, is I think I can... I don't know if I can get away with joking about anything. So many things, bad things have happened in my life that I could just be like, yeah, but that's happened to me. I can joke about it.
Yeah.
I think if there's a room for 100 people and like 90% of them laugh and 10% are upset, then
Fuck that 10%.
Who's that black comedian who was like,
oh, Patrice O'Neill.
yeah, you gotta have 50% laughing and 50% horrified.
Yeah. I
That's-
don't know. It's
that's what
changing
I-
now. Though it's
that's what
changing.
I
I
go
think
for.
I think the thing is when whenever I've made like a horrible joke or whatever, something like that, and somebody hasn't reacted well, or I've just met someone for the first time and I've said something and like I'm not sure whether they took it well or not, it really gets to me. But you have to think after it, that's not my fault, that's your fault.
There obviously aren't limits to what you can joke about. You can joke about whatever the fuck you want. You can say whatever you want. But the way I see it is that there are certain things that if you joke to someone about in certain contexts, don't be surprised if you get a fist in your face or something. You know what I mean?
You have to be prepared to take the brunt of it, because there are people that are going to be offended by you. But I just think at the end of the day, there's so, like, when people say like offensive, horrible shit to me, not about me, but just in general, it's like you can, in the moment, you can go, oh, that's fucking harsh. But it's like, there's so much fucked up shit going on in the world. There's so much stuff that happens that shouldn't. There's so many horrible things on the news and things that people hide. It's like, why am I going to be offended by a sentence when there's actual, like, really horrendous shit going on? Why am I going to bother? I'm bothered by the actual thing, not what you said. It's like people getting offended
by, like, small shit and, like, they're going on, like, Twitter and they're, like, outraged and there's, like, thousands of them getting all upset. And it's like,
if you're upset by something, don't read it.
But then you go look at the fucking statistics of people dying in Africa and shit, man. I don't see anyone talk about that. No one gives a fuck.
No.
Yeah, because people only start getting upset when shit affects them.
Yeah, I think that's true.
This is going on far too long.
It is.
I will say one thing though: if you get offended by anything, turn it off or swipe it away. It's
like my grave smashing jokes. I've had people say that's not funny.
If you're watching this and you're offended by stuff, that's totally fucking fine. That's completely fine. But just don't watch us anymore. Don't. That's what pisses me off.
No. Keep watching us.
Just don't give me your fucking opinions.
Power through the bad feelings you feel for us, because the good ones are worth it.
No, get outraged. Share us on Twitter.
Okay.
These guys were making jokes about a dead baby.
If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a deep question.
But but surely you wouldn't want anyone to know.
Well, this is a dumb question, because it's like, what don't you want to tell anyone?
I don't really
you want to tell anyone.
Like I'd regret not giving my brother the talk, because he's so retarded. I reckon he's gonna fuck a girl in the ear to death. So.
Well, I
had that problem.
Because I would have thought that would pertain to like deep, dark secrets. But I've never had a deep. I don't think maybe I just haven't done anything bad in my life.
Grave smasher, no.
I think maybe I will regret. I regret not being able to be on the next podcast and make shitty jokes again. I guess that'd be pretty sad, because it'd just be you two and no one would watch anymore. So.
If we're talking seriously here, I would just regret not being able for one last time to tell every single person that I love them.
Well, tell them every single day.
I love you.
Your house, containing everything you know, catches fire. After saving your loved ones and your pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save one item. What would it be and why? Guitar. Morrissey album.
Wait. Can you reframe the question? What was it again?
Basically, if your house is on fire and you need to run in and get one more item safely.
Are your pets safe?
Yeah, pets, family safe.
Okay.
It's an item.
See, I have sat and
your PC.
I sat and think through this, because I'm one of those people that has like, not anxiety thoughts, but like I need to have a plan of action just in case something bad happens. And I do that a lot. Like sometimes when I go into a room, I'll look at all the exits just in case something bad happens. So I always have my plan of action is I get
that's from weed smoking.
I get all of my effects pedals. They're like hundreds of pounds, man.
I only allow one.
I'm glad you've.
No.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought this up, because I was talking about this to something similar to Bethany the other night, and she tried to convince me that I was fucking mental. I have an escape plan in my head for if somebody like invades my house.
Yeah, same. I've got one.
My bedroom window is a double window, and it opens onto the porch above the front door. And my escape plan has always been like, if I can hear someone coming up this, and I started telling her like we were eating dinner out, and I was having this fucking conversation. I don't know why, and she was like, are you fucking mental? And she was trying to come up with different scenarios to trick me, and I was like pitching how solid my escape plan was. I was like, nah, I make sure I have the windows slightly open so like it can just be pushed open. I jump out onto the porch, onto the grass,
with the
roll.
spider. When there was a spider attack.
Yeah. I go straight out the window. I jump
week.
onto the garden. I run down the road and I just start screaming for help until someone comes out the house.
I have 2 plans of action depending on how much booze I've had. Because booze makes me confident, which means that I'll be more...
Come on then, cunt.
Yeah, so my...
To be honest, I think the way you're dressed right now, any home invader would just turn around and fucking
So
leave you alone.
if I'm not drunk,
I'd
be scared. So my plan of action is literally my window. My window goes out onto a roof, so I just get out onto the roof and then I jump off. I've jumped off there loads of times. It's fine. And then I just run off.
But if you're sober,
call the neighbours.
Let us know if you have an escape plan for home invasions or fires, and I want to know what they are.
And then my confident one is, I've planned this before, is I go into one of the rooms, I take out the light bulb, so when they go to switch the light bulb on, it doesn't switch on, and I have a knife and I stab them in the hand.
Why in the hand? Why not in the face?
Because I can get done for that. If you kill a home invader, you can get done for murder.
Yeah.
But if you fuck them up, it's not bad.
That's what scares me the most, because I'm not a tough person, I'm not a hard person, but I'm confident enough in, like, I know my own fucking anger issues to know that if somebody was invading my house, I'd beat them to fucking death. I know I would.
Oh no, I can't.
I know I would. I'd have.
Nah.
Have you seen my?
I'd have a golf club.
I've got a fat old hunting knife. I'm not gonna. Man, if I go up to this guy could be stronger than me, beat me up. Man, if I got a knife and I cut him, I just got to wait till he bleeds
I
out.
think I have the capacity to kill a home invader. I think I could, but to knock a home invader out and then securely tie him down and call the feds, like, I've got him under citizen's arrest. I'm not strong enough to do that. I couldn't hold down.
Call
but
me.
Kill him.
Yeah,
I could fucking.
I'd be more likely to disembowel them than knock them out.
I just thought...
Knocking people out is nothing like in the films. It's so hard to get a person...
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I've been knocked
It's like
out.
impossible.
It's weird. What would happen if you stabbed someone, they're bleeding loads, and you hoovered the wound? Would it kill them quicker?
Yeah, it would.
Actually,
that would fuck someone up, man.
Was sucking all the blood.
Yeah, that would really fuck
Do you know what I'd do?
That's our home invader plan.
That's good.
I stab him, you hoover.
I'd suck it up with a bike pump, and then spit it back in his face, and then just.
Could you drink that blood to make it back, so you wouldn't bleed out?
Nah, you won't be able to.
All right, there's 2 left.
Okay,
Right.
let's just power through these. Come on. I'm still not in love with you, Greg.
Share a personal problem with each other, and then ask the advice of the other person on how they would handle it.
A personal problem.
If you have an issue in your life, and then ask Greg how they would solve it.
Staying focused on things. I'm too in between on stuff. I've always been like this. I'm either there's no gradual in between. I either couldn't give 2 flying fucks about something, or I'm obsessed with it to the point where I'm working on it day and night, and it doesn't.
Describing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it drives me nuts because I'll go through a week where I'm applying to 100 acting roles, I'm practicing, I'm filming audition tapes, I'm looking through stuff, and then all of a sudden, just stops.
I know,
and I get lazy, and it's fuck.
I'm the same, and I am probably worse now than I used to be because I was really bad.
Drives me mad.
And then I did find a way to get my attention span back together, and then I fucked it up again. And you know what made my attention span good is I sat and I forced myself to read The Lord of the Rings.
I'm reading The Hobbit back at the moment. Bethan just bought me the complete set.
I
could
never read a book. I could read short stories.
I love reading.
But I forced myself to read The Lord of the Rings, and I didn't want to. I was halfway through. I was like, wait, he's listing off 2 pages worth of fucking ancestry again. I want to read this shit, but I forced myself through it. I'm
reading The Hobbit. I love that book.
Meditation and yoga helped. I probably should get back on that.
I love reading. I don't read as much as I should.
Greg used to go to yoga classes.
I used to go. I have become. I was a trash person, and then I became straight, and then I've become trash again.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I do need to untrash myself.
I tell you what. I started reading as well recently, and you 2 are gonna piss yourselves laughing. I don't care. I've been reading
50 Shades.
No, Morrissey's autobiography.
Of course you fucking
Yeah, of course you are.
No, we would have
made that as a joke.
That's not even surprising.
No, because It's not.
I hope
No.
alive.
I wanted to read about how the Smiths started and how they came about, and like there's stuff in there about REM, like him working with REM and stuff. I was like, fuck, I want to read about that because I love that band, but I don't know the ins and outs of it because and the shit that the Smiths did. How many number ones they had and how many number one albums they had, and they were only together for about 4 years. I was like, I have to know the ins and outs of this. But I started reading it, and he starts off like, and he writes all of it like a poem. It's all written like poetry, and he starts off about how like bleak it was growing up in Manchester, and how like how
It's
like
still bleak
how
now.
abusive his like school was and stuff. And I was reading
That's
that
what
like
they
I
still
am
are,
fucking glad I didn't grow up like that.
Surprised he didn't get the black lung.
fuck.
It's good to get out
Growing
there as
up in
quick
like
as possible.
Moss Side in Manchester and shit, I was like, fuck that. I was like, my life isn't that
Thing
bad.
is, you might be able to live your dream soon because we have been thinking about hiring out a band practice studio and making some music. We're not sure if we're actually going to do it. Matt doesn't want to, but me and Lewis do.
I'd love to.
Matt is a really good drummer, but he
I might have to
think
send
is,
it to you. I
so.
don't know. Me and Bethan got drunk on her birthday, and we were doing karaoke, and I sang loads. I sang loads of shit. I sang "Teenage Dirtbag."
Mate, I can play.
I
You
sang
give me a song, I'll learn.
"There's a Light Never Goes Out." I sang loads of stuff. I love singing.
It'd be good. I think it'd be fun.
Threeskins band.
I think it'd be a fun.
Who wants to
constructive
see
way
it? Who
do
wants to see a Threeskins
That would
band
be-
put together?
Pretty good.
It would be good. You know it would be.
I'm up for doing that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, after we'll find a
We'll
place
do
to-
covers, weddings, bar mitzvahs, funerals. Do the lot.
The only problem is we need a bass.
So that's it. That's all the question.
Just, I'll tell you what we do. No, we've got something else to do. Tell you what we do. Mic me up, and I'll...
Be like Beady Man or whatever.
We'll mic you up and you bass and you just stand and go like that and we'll just superimpose a bass guitar.
I think it'd be fun. We'll just make sad, depressing.
Dude, there's
music
loads of bands that don't have bass. I love Slaves and they're just a drummer and a guitarist.
Yeah,
Slaves are great.
You two, to finish this, to fall in love completely. The 1997 published article saying that the 36 questions that make each other fall in love has to end by staring into each other's eyes for 4 minutes. You can't say anything. You can't look away. You have to look into each other's
about
eyes.
blink?
That's
4 minutes.
amazing for a podcast.
4
Yeah,
minutes.
I said this when you
It's the
guys.
rules. We can't.
Are you allowed to blink?
You can blink.
Okay, blink's loud. Oh wait.
So
You're gonna time it?
you got.
You're going to have to talk over this.
No, I'm not. It's,
Okay, time
We're
it.
not sitting here
Time
in
it.
silence
Skip it.
for 4
You can
minutes.
skip
Yeah, yeah. We'll skip it 4 minutes from now.
Look into each other's eyes.
It's going to be the longest fucking 4
Don't-
minutes of my
Don't
life.
look away. Think about.
Are we allowed to talk?
No. Think about.
Yeah, we can talk because I
Think
think this
of-
would be
think-
pathetic.
I
Think-
noticed that your iris has like a dark brown ring.
Think
It's
about
gorgeous.
think about the brain behind each other's
Oh,
eyes.
God!
You each have your own path. You each have your own history.
And we'll each have our own
Future.
grave.
No, we'll have our own future and then grave.
Greg, if
Then
you
You're
die,
not supposed to talk, guys.
we're talking.
It's the rules.
Where did it say you're not allowed to talk? I'm staring into the cunt's eyes.
Right at the top where it says, make sure they don't talk.
Oh, does it?
Bullshit. It
I
doesn't say
say
that.
bullshit. I,
Think-
I am not sitting on a podcast for 4 minutes in silence. That's fucking
Try
stupid.
1 minute then. From
No.
now, I'm going to talk.
No.
I'm going to talk.
1 minute.
Why aren't we allowed to talk?
Because-
Greg, if you
because
die
you have
before-
to listen.
If you die...
If you have listen.
It keeps interrupting you, Lewis.
In the
I know, he's a prick.
on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, there's a 1 minute silence where you sit there and you think about the people who've died for our
Yeah,
country. But
yeah.
now think about
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Think about each other.
Yeah.
I just think about
Has
the
anyone
graves.
done that on a fucking podcast, though, you absolute penis?
There might be. There's probably some patriot podcasts.
Greg,
where they do
if you die
Think
before
about,
me,
think about it.
Yeah.
please.
what do you want me to do with your grave? Do you want me to smash it?
it. Yeah. Oh, I'm not having a grave, but you can because
You're not having a grave.
I was just gonna get buried underneath a tree, and then you just carve my name in it.
Do you want me to chop down that tree
Well, yeah. I
and
guess,
sniff
yeah.
the tree dust?
That'd probably be better than grave dust. Probably.
Man, I'd cut it up into a bunch of wooden dildos.
I think I'm gonna die of like a lung infection from grave dust. I honestly worry about that some days. I'm not even joking.
I'm waiting for you to reveal to us that grave dust is just like some slang drug term.
It
It's like skunk or cheese.
Like,
grave dust.
If I was to make a drug, I'd call it grave dust.
What about a vape liquid?
No,
Grave
that'd
dust.
That'd be trash.
It just
I think.
tastes like tears and...
Tears, morning, salt.
Do you ever...
Dust.
Would you... Oh, I got a great idea, Greg. This is what you do. You get the tears of the mourning people. People are mourning of the graves. You bash the graves. You bash the people. You take their tears. You mix it with the grave, and you call it gravy.
Fuck yeah!
And then you pour it.
I'm really sorry if you're listening right now on Spotify or iTunes and you're not watching because this like idle babbling
It's just, like,
chit
hurt my
chat.
eyes because like my eyes are constantly open and the light is like
Me and-
burning.
I
into my
watched a
iris.
video of someone on YouTube doing this, and they looked at each other for 4 minutes without talking, and they started crying. Okay, I want you.
Probably because their eyes fucking hurt.
I want you
My
to
eyes hurt.
cry.
Yeah.
Think about each other.
I'm not gonna cry.
Think about each other's lives.
Look at him
Greg,
and the
Greg,
way he's dressed.
I see him like all the time. Like I don't even think about this.
Think about Lewis has had his brains blown out at the end, and he wanted to touch his cousin Tony's brand new Firebird.
What?
It's
And
a
how our
quote- it's a
hands
quote from
smell like
American Beauty.
paper.
Nah, because like I think there's more sad like that's a happy sad because like, but I like a sad moment in a film. Lion King, man, every time.
Imagine
I imagine you-
I'm Mufasa.
Like imagine you like hanging off a cliff and then your brother coming over with his massive head like headbutting your hands off.
Yeah, but your hands up.
And then you fall into like a
Long live the
I don't know,
king.
like a crowd of buffalo or some whatever the fuck they are, water buffalo. I think that's what they are. I think that's gonna be like like is that gonna be sad in like the live action remake, or is it gonna be like really funny because it's gonna look so shit?
Oh wow! Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm imagining you in that scene in The Little Mermaid where she's underwater, but you're not a mermaid, you're a human, and you just drown.
There we go.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh man, oh.
That hurt my eyes so much. No wonder people cry. It's just fucking
Lewis.
painful.
Do you love each other now?
Oh, Lewis.
Wait, so you were telling me that whole hour was for nothing?
Yeah, but just fuck all.
We really loved each other.
just-
so we don't
That's the
need-
trick. You made us fall in love because we were already in love.
But
with
don't
each
you
other.
feel slightly closer as friends?
I feel like I know.
I feel like-
because you're a very
yeah.
closed book.
I feel I know more about your Morrissey-ishness.
How do you? What? More,
I hate
always
my
doing
life.
better. I hate my life.
Whatever.
Can we make that as a song if we do make a song?
Right.
Yeah.
We are going to be sending out. If you donate, our tip jar link is in the description. If you donate, we'll be sending you a wedding invitation for me and Greg.
because
I'll make those
That's
up.
definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You could actually make those.
Yeah.
Oh no.
If you would like a wedding
now you've got
invitation
a nice
to me,
new
for me and
laptop,
Greg-
I need you to do the Bug Squad.
Well, I
for
can see in my
Instagram.
right
I'll
side
make
of my
you a
eyes that ring of light.
and
from
it's
the
fucking
light.
horrible, isn't it?
Keep my
Right.
keep my eyes open.
I
Anyway.
hope you guys enjoyed that. That little stupid section trying to make me and Greg fall in love. Didn't work
it
because
was
me
trash.
and Greg are already fuck buddies. And
No, this is rubbish. This definitely would have worked if it wasn't for the fact that you're already in love with other people. I think you were. It was like you were being sucked towards the drain.
I think.
And then
I
you were
think-
like, no, I've got someone.
I think this is bullshit, like those personality tests.
I think
Of
it's
course
bullshit.
it
Like
is.
I think it's bullshit. Like everything on
Yeah,
the internet.
it's just like, oh, do this. Oh, but you have to pay £30 for the special one. It's got the extra questions that make you feel.
Just
Really
remember, we did do a sociopath test each, and they're totally real.
Yeah, definitely.
And-
I did get sociopath.
And next week I'll read your horoscope.
There's a personality disorder one that I did, and I got really high on all the personality disorders.
100 likes on this
No,
podcast, guys.
I had 80,
Should we take an autism test?
I had 86% narcissistic personality disorder.
Is there anything?
I don't think that's true though. I don't think I'm a narcissist.
Is there anything you would like to see us do test-wise? I'm thinking about getting both of these guys star chart red, like professionally.
Oh yeah, because no.
What do you mean? What is
Like
a star chart?
personality tests and stuff are not real, but
No.
but astrology, that's 100%
Yeah.
real.
Where were you born?
Oh mate,
Yeah, you know.
it's like when I was born, like
One
the stars were looking down, and they were like, at this a certain alignment, we're gonna give you this fate. You know, that's the way the
Yeah,
world
but
works.
Greg, every single girl I've dated who was a Taurus was fiery. Explain that.
Yeah, well,
Idiot.
I'm agreeing. Because every woman I've met that's like Aries is like a ram. And when you milk them, it tastes like goat milk. So it's like close. Where's that
I was born in the year of the ox, and I love Oxo Cube gravy. It's my
Yeah.
favourite.
I was born in the
That
year of
on
the
a
monkey,
roast,
and I've climbed a tree.
I was born in the year of the horse, and
You do big shit.
I piss like a horse.
Yeah, he does piss like a horse. That's a fact.
Fire
I think
hose.
if I weighed less, I could lean into my own piss and then hover.
Yeah,
take my feet
nah,
off the
man,
floor.
you have your urethra must
Propulsion.
be like this. Like, your urethra must be the size of like my dick.
No, I honestly think my urethra, like a dick, goes like if your dick is
Or are you
this
just
way.
pissing with your thumb over your cock hole?
Yeah, well, like a sprinkler.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No.
I think we spoke.
Have
about
you
this
done the
before.
bag when you pee in the bag?
Yeah.
That's
No,
fine.
is that
That's
the cobra?
Yeah, the cobra.
I've done the
yeah.
cobra.
Yeah,
I thought the bag was when you pull your ball skin over and then piss in it.
I could do
Well,
that.
when I was younger, I had a longer foreskin, so I used to be able to do it really well.
Did
No,
you have a longer foreskin or a short
No, because
dick?
I know I had a normal foreskin until I went through puberty, and it's like my dick grew, but my foreskin didn't. So now I have like this really short foreskin,
Little
like,
acorn.
It's like a little turtleneck with a little acorn. It's funny.
When you talk about your dick, for some reason I can smell it.
Yeah, it doesn't
Right.
smell great.
No, okay. I don't know how much you're going to keep in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
We have a few agony cunt
I
questions.
think we do. 'cause
Yeah, we're gonna
I put a
make-
thing out on Instagram. I don't think many people replied.
We're going to
but-
have a little return to
It's
agony
Valentine's
cunt.
Day.
Honestly, if
So
you
we
are
might as well.
still around and you don't follow us on Instagram, you're missing out like maybe a third of the content. Maybe.
Cunt.
Hello there, dears. Welcome to Agony Cunt.
I would love to hear a real person with that real voice say cunt.
Peter,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you know who you
Peter,
are?
don't you know who you are? Okay, so I
I'm too old.
sent out like a
I'm
thing
old.
on the thing. I didn't get many, but there's a few.
like, oh fuck!
I don't.
There's that bit where like he goes to grab her shoulder and she's like, "I'm too old, Peter," and he's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, but imagine that happening. Like this bitch you've been banging for the last century. Fuck. And you're like, you're like, I'm gonna get my action. Peter, I'm too old.
It's like you caught Parkinson's from her. It's like,
She's saggy. And yeah, but like straight after that, he turns around and gets her granddaughter.
she spent every day for like the past 50 years waiting for him, strumming herself over it. And he
Dude.
gets there, looks in her face and goes, oh.
And then he goes right over to like this teenage kid, yeah. And he's like,
God, it's so
I'm gonna
weird.
give her a kiss. Dude's like 200 years old.
Peter, I'm as dry as a desert snake.
You're going to have to get the granddaughter.
She has my jeans. This is fucked, right?
Yeah,
God,
this
sorry.
is fucking weird.
Sorry.
So we're gonna go straight into the agony cunt.
Go on.
Will Andrews 97 asks, how do I
Is this
make...
on Instagram?
Yeah, this is on Instagram. How do I make money fast? Also get a haircut, you weeb.
So your body.
You're not wrong, mate. I really want to get my haircut.
You
I put,
weeb.
I put this thing out on Instagram and everyone said to grow it. Well,
You,
not everyone.
you
but, like,
smell like a weeaboo.
I stink. Well, I put deodorant on. And
You
I
smell
still
like
stink.
wee and poo.
Oh, bars!
Yeah, anyway. So, if you want to make money fast, I was thinking about this the other day. Because everyone likes to make money. Because we live in a society where money's like the big thing.
Well, you gotta have a bit
The
of money.
best
haven't
way to make money in the sort of society we live in is to take advantage of people that isn't illegal.
Oh, I was
so,
wondering where that was going.
telemarketing
so
and stuff like that, you know, like calling up old biddies and just like, give me your bank details. It's not illegal if they give it to you
Oh,
voluntarily.
dude, I got a great story. Right, the other day, me and Bethan were in the shopping centre, and I went outside for a cigarette, and I get this phone call, and they've been ringing me for ages. It's like I can't remember where it's from, somewhere in fucking like Birmingham or Newcastle. It kept ringing me, I kept ignoring it, so I was like, fucking answer this thing, right? So I answer it, and it's like, you know when it's a computer voice, because the only person that would fall for that's a fucking old person. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hello. My name's Chloe, like. And it waits for you to reply, like the prank call thing, and it just goes, hello, my name's Chloe. I'm calling about the accident that you recently had. Is that right? And I went, oh, yeah, totally. And it went, oh, dear. And it went, and it was like, would you like to go into a bit of detail about that? And I was like, yeah, I was fucking hit by a monster truck, man. Whole left leg is gone. And it was like, and I heard it go, like it switched from a computer to like a call centre. It went, I'm sorry. And I went, yeah, whole left leg's gone. It's proper stumpy, right up to the balls. And she was just like, right, we'll take you off our list. Bye. And just hung up. I was like, why do you put any fucking effort?
Do that.
Like,
you gotta do that.
Yeah. People don't ring you, don't hang up. Fuck with them.
I'll tell you what,
Fuck
it is,
them
if
up.
you want to make money fast in the fucking society we live in, you take advantage of old people. You take advantage of anyone that, like the disabled. You take advantage of kids. Not in like that way.
Whoa!
No.
Whoa!
Because
Scrounging for pocket money,
okay,
Greg.
okay.
Fuck.
Electronic arts, stuff like that. They take advantage of kids. Loot boxes. They fucking found the secret recipe. Mobile games. Make a shitty little mobile game that costs like 20 quid, and then the kids will buy it, and you get 20 quid, but they ain't getting refunded, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Get some 8-year-old like spending like £3,000 on his mum's iTunes or something. Like.
If
Dude,
you want to
the
make
amount of money
fast
that
in
me
this
and you
country,
spent on
that's what
our
you
parents' fucking hat on Habbo on them text messages.
Habbo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
That was like the OG
younger.
loot box, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. Like it's a thing.
Greg, your tits coming out.
You don't care. I mean, I don't care.
Best way to smash a grave. I think I've gone through this.
Is that an actual question?
Yeah.
Who asked that?
Well, this is meme.gimp, and it's a picture of a man chasing money in a gimp mask underwater. So.
Sounds like a Nirvana cover.
Yeah, I think it is, but with a gimp. So the best way to smash a grave, first off...
You've talked about this. You've gone through the grave
we'll go for a
process.
quick one. Sledgehammer's the best thing to use. You can gnaw it if you want. You're not going to get much off with your teeth, and it hurts, but it tastes good. And the gimp mask might get in handy, because you always want to conceal yourself when you're in a grave.
Do different people, like, in terms of, like, age and race, do their graves taste better? Are they better for smashing?
Yeah, so like
an old person's grave.
Like
Is
the
that
old
better to
graves
smash?
from the 1800s, they taste really mossy.
No, but I mean like the age of the person.
I don't know. The age of the person doesn't seem to
Affect
affect the taste of the stone.
No spirit,
'Cause it's
like
stone.
sort of right.
Well, no, there's no spirits. Yeah. So I like the older the grave, because like. But then again, I would say that with the younger the grave, they seem to use different materials. They seem to use like the really like you see the newer graves are all shiny.
Marble.
And then the older ones are like made of stone. So yeah, the marble ones, you don't want to be nibbling on that. You can smash it real good with a hammer though. You see a lot of them in like children's cemeteries. You go to them,
my god!
and they got so many, and you can swipe. And because they're really small, you can get loads with one swing.
What was that? Going back to things you can't joke about. Just broke that.
Well, if
I can imagine like with like a hammer style scythe, and you just.
My girlfriend wants me to fuck her, but I can't stop fucking the dog.
Who's it from? Greg?
I'm Lewis Cotton. Well, Lewis Cotton. I have to say Lewis Cotton. That there's nothing wrong with fucking dogs, as long as the dog's like consenting.
If it winks at you, call back.
What you're trying to say is. He wants to fuck his girlfriend, but he's fucking his dog instead.
No, his girlfriend wants
to fuck him, but he's too busy fucking
he's
the
fucking
dog.
the dog all the time.
He's fucking. I wonder if she's caught on.
Well, no, what I think's happening is he's humping the dog like this. So
yeah.
I was trying to come up with something.
He's got the dog and he's humping it like this. So the thing is that his dick's in use. So what you could do is you could get your girlfriend and lick your balls while it's happening. That's definitely a thing.
That's normally the other way around, isn't it?
While you're nuts deep in the dog.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be pleasant. I'm just trying to find a way that they can all work together.
I think.
Another thing is, she could probably. I don't know if you if you're
friend.
into the butt play, you could get her to wear a strap on, and then she could fuck you up the ass while you fuck the dog up the ass.
This sounds like a Blink 182 song.
The human scented pug.
Okay, here's another one. Dear Agony Cunt, should I go in raw or use a condom?
Who's that from?
That is from.
Come on, Greg.
Big Duck 70.
And those are all from Instagram.
Yeah. So
Thanks, people.
okay, the
Last one.
so the raw condom thing.
Don't listen to Agony Can't always wear a condom. Fuck.
Wear a condom if you don't know them.
And wear a condom if you do know.
No, if you do know them and they're on some contraceptives that are pretty decent, man, just go raw. Nothing wrong with some raw. But I the good.
Put a hat on it.
Nah, I think raw's fine. There's nothing wrong with raw. Raw's fine. Man,
WWE Raw, man. I used to watch that.
Yeah. Well, what do you prefer? SmackDown with a condom. You want your Raw, you got your Batista, your Lesnar's. That's where all the hardcore ones go.
That's a great analogy. WWE, if you're going Raw, you got the good shit, or the main roster.
SmackDown's decent.
It's alright, got Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. It's got
jumpy guys and that. Like
it had the Undertaker for a little bit.
Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit.
Back in the day, at least. Yeah.
Right, let's have Goonie Tunes.
I smash graves.
Hello, everybody. We just had a quick little break. Sorry about that. I know. I hate to spoil the illusion that we just sit here and talk, but we go for fags, orgies, smack,
URL.
yeah. And me and Greg are in love now, so I've just been.
Yeah, we did just have a go out.
He's just been going down on me,
Just
and now I'm ready.
serenading him now.
Okay, Greg, you did say what the last song was, didn't you? It was.
I think
It was. I can't remember now what you said. Pokemon. It was something from Pokemon.
From the original games.
It was something from Pokemon, but I don't think any of you got it, so it doesn't matter. Right, welcome to Goonie Tunes.
I thought it was Route 2.
It wasn't. It was. I think it's when you go into a
Who
gym.
fucking cares?
Oh.
Greg,
Ooh.
right.
Ooh.
Greg, you've prepared a new song for Goonie Tunes, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
If you don't know how to play at home, if you don't know how to, what's that?
We're kind of how many fuckers we get.
If you don't know how to play at home,
Go on.
then
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Greg's gonna play a tune. He's not gonna say what
Go
it
on.
is,
Alright.
and you've got to guess at
You gonna
home what that tune is.
Okay.
Play your fucking song, you fucking cunt.
Can't wait for the good bit. Can you do that? It's a bit of a long one, guys. Yeah, I think that's enough, Greg.
Yeah, alright, what was that song, everybody? If you know what that song was, I just gave myself a smiley on the finger. Fuck. If you know what that is, write down in the comments below. Okay.
Obviously, the Greg remixed version of it.
Yes. Okay, and now we have our little freestyle feature where me and Matt have a little sing-song round the Threeskins campfire about all the dumb shit that we just spoke about in the last hour or so. So, Greg, if you'd like to...
Full chord progression, yeah?
Whatever you want, man.
We'll do it in the key of D.
Can you even do something slow?
Can you match your voice to this?
Ding.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Greg in that pretty dress, turning me on, making me hot, yeah, heating up my flesh, yeah. I never knew I felt this way about Gerg, but I've got the urge for Gerg. I'd like to put the tip of my penis in his mouth. He wears a little hat that makes him look like a cartoon mouse, yeah. From a kid's show, you know, Sylvanian families.
Yeah.
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 I don't see you coming up with anything.
Okay, alright. I
could do a different corporate recipe.
I like that one, that was good. That was easy to spit to.
Just waiting for me to go.
Have you got anything? I can start something and you can jump in if you want. Let me have a think.
Are you?
Go on. I wanna get into that grave smashing business, punching down a grave with the knuckles on my fist. Smash that grave up made of stone. Don't go for the marble ones, they'll hurt your bones, yeah. Smack up them graves with a sledgehammer. Go for the children's ones, there's a lot of them. Tiny little child graves.
No.
I fell in love with Greg today. I don't know why, I just can't say. Maybe it's that weird look in his eye. Shit, I think it's a star, yeah. The smell of his sweaty skin and the Moulin Rouge lipstick he was wearing. Yeah, little Greg and his curly hair, yeah. Well, it's not curly, but it's fairly long. I'd like to slap him in the face with my dong.
Which Greg agrees is quite long. Yes, hope you enjoyed that podcast, guys.
It's good.
Again, you know, engage, write in the comments, write something. Don't write something. Write, because when you say that, they write something.
If you write something in the comments, I'll just ban you.
Banned.
Banned.
We're gonna ban a lot of people.
Threeskins banned. That's gonna be coming soon, maybe.
The Threeskins band.
Oh, I don't really want to do that.
Why? It'll be sick!
It'll be pretty fun. Anyway, I think
go out tonight,
I think we've been.
haven't got a stitch to wear.
Hopefully, this one isn't too long.
Yeah. It's probably a very long one.
Probably a very long one.
We're going to cut out the white supremacy rant that Greg went on, which took up about 40 minutes, so we should cut it down.
All I was saying.
Freeskins podcast, everybody. Tip jar down below. You get shout outs. Use the Amazon link down below as well. It's like our referral link. You know, you buy something on there, and then we get like a small percentage, and you get something.
Yes.
We don't have
Click on the Amazon
So
link.
if you're planning on buying something from Amazon, like in the next few days, just boom.
Hit the outro tune, Greg.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hit the Amazon link down below. Go shopping on Amazon like normal, but just do it through that link because it really helps us out. Tip jar is also in the description. If you would like a little shout out on the podcast, that also really helps us out. Check out all of our social media for the Threeskins and all of our personal stuff. It's all down there. And yeah, we'll see you next time.